I'm Tom from Backhacker, and in this video we're taking a detailed look at the Aer and Ministry of Supply collaboration, the Lunar Pack, which I've been testing over the course of the last 2 weeks. So let's dive in and check out every little detail. The primary material on this bag is a 1200D nylon, and it has a bit of a different feel than most airbags that are a little bit slicker that use a 1680D ballistic nylon, but I like it. I think it makes sense for the cross with Ministry of Supply and their collaboration. Zippers are YKK as usual with Aer, so that's good. And then we have plastic Duraflex hardware as well throughout the bag on places like the strap adjusters and the D-rings. This is a 22-liter bag. It's relatively simple. So let's get into the features on the exterior first of all. So the front face is pretty minimal. Got a pocket here, some little stitching on the side to help this pocket have just a little bit of dimensionality on the front and to reinforce the sides. We'll take a look inside in a second. Bottom of the bag, not much going on. The side, you've got a nice big handle. There's like a lot of foam in here and it's very dense as well, which is nice. So feels good to carry in the hand. As you can see, there's no aluminum stay here or anything behind that. So you are going to get a bit of a misshapen bag when you're carrying this, but it's not nearly as bad as some other bags. So not too bad in that department. And then at the top here, it is centered as well. Similar handle too. You can also hang the bag up. It is in the middle. It's, slightly thicker, so some smaller hooks might have a problem with this as opposed to just a small like nylon webbing loop that you see in some other bags. But for me, it's worked pretty well in testing, but I have a small hook on my desk and it doesn't really stand up there very well. The hook is tiny. It's probably like that. So it's just kind of hard to utilize it. So your mileage may vary, just a small detail that I noticed while testing the bag. And then on this side as well, we can unzip that. It is an internal water bottle pocket, so it cuts into, or just kind of a side pocket too. So it does cut into the main capacity of the bag as it goes inside. However, it's nice. It keeps a slim profile, keeps a very cubey shape. If you want to put something in here like a small travel umbrella or a water bottle, it's really, really big. It basically spans from this seam to this seam. So if you have something tall, it can fit in there quite easily. Zip that back up. Yeah, so that covers the sides, like the bottom, really not much going on, just some extra fabric, and you can see where the zippers meet to where it can open really fully clamshell style. One of my favorite parts of this bag is the harness system. It's super comfortable. The padding here is dense. We've got some air mesh too on the back panel, as well as the shoulder straps for some ventilation. It's pretty much impossible to avoid back sweat, but works decently well here. Plastic D-ring up top here if you want to attach anything to it. And then we have an adjustable sternum strap too. Just a very simple Duraflex hardware, a Hypalon tag here as well. And yeah, they're based in San Francisco, California as well. So yeah, this adjusts. It's a little bit hard to adjust, but once you get it dialed in to where you want it, you can kind of just keep it there. Now, the one thing about the sternum strap that I personally don't love is the magnetic feature. I just find this a lot harder to use, especially if it's tightened up, just compared to an ordinary buckle where you press it together like this. This is a bit more, you kind of put it on top of one another and you need a little bit more space. So if it's tight on your chest, it can be a bit difficult. But that's kind of a personal preference. I know a lot of bag brands are going the way of magnets, and I usually like magnets, just not on a sternum strap as a personal preference. Elastic keepers here on the sternum strap to just hold that in place. And we have elastic keepers down at the bottom here as well. Pretty standard harness system from Aer. Duraflex buckles here. Just a very simply designed bag. This bottom part can also be used as a handle if you're just carrying around the bag like this from the bottom, but primarily its usage is for a luggage pass-through, which works really well. So you lay your bag down on the luggage handle, and then you can cart this around and wheel it around the airport or wherever it is that you are. And then lastly, a Hypalon logo here. It's got a bit of a rubbery feel to it. We have the Air and Ministry of Supply logos next to one another. All right, so let's move right along to the front pocket here. That opens up. You've got a key ring in here, key leash rather, pretty ample amount of ribbon coming out. So if you have this slung around to the front of your body, you can take your keys out and get access to your door relatively easily, whether you have, fobs or keys or anything like that, totally works. And then, yeah, I just got like a little pouch that I keep in here too. Give you an idea of the size of this front pocket and how it relates to the bag. It is right here, and then it goes all the way up to this seam. So this seam marks the back of it, and then it goes down to here. So that's your dimensionality there. Nice little space up front, just for quick access items, although the real quick access pocket is up here at the top. And I've just got like my passport in there, wallet, and headphones for demonstrative purposes. I really love this fabric. It is really cushy and soft to the touch. And yeah, it's just nice overall. Now this pocket hangs down into the main compartment, which I'll show you in a second, which if it's bulky and it's full, can cut in a bit to the main compartment of the bag, but I really love where Aer is going with this material here in these scratch-free pockets. If you have sunglasses, it can work well there too. There's a bit of thickness to the material, and it protects things as well, and it's nice and soft. The one thing, this is a self-locking YKK zipper, so if it's down like this, it's not gonna move, but if the pull is up like that, you can easily pull it shut. You probably have this on your jeans, or your pants right now, so take a look. Self-locking YKK zipper with a Hypalon zipper garage at the end to help keep moisture and any additional bits out. Now, the one thing that I found with the laptop compartment zippers being placed here, this is a YKK AquaGuard zipper, by the way. A lot of the time, this was getting in the way of one another. So oftentimes, if I had the zipper pulls up here, I would kind of run into this, oh, I just zipped this zipper into the quick grab zipper like that. That happened to me all the time while testing the bag. And normally what I just kind of had to remember and train myself to do is to keep the zippers down here and just keep them out of the way of that top quick grab zipper. All right, and then we have just standard Aer zipper pulls. They're nice and grabby, a little less jingly than they have been in the past. You still get a little tiny bit of jingle. I know that's one of our cons on a lot of the previous Aer bags, but I like the way they're headed with these new design ideas. The laptop compartment opens right up. You can see where the zipper ends. It's like an exact horseshoe zipper coming down about a third of the bag, a little bit over a third of the bag. And if I just pull this open inside, I've got a laptop case in here. This is for a 15-inch MacBook Pro. 16 will also fit in here just fine. 16-inch MacBook Pro, we tested with that. And then yeah, like plenty of room down there. Same soft fabric on the back here that we've seen in the top quick grab pocket as well. So that feels really nice. That's good for tech, anti-scratch. And then you have a separate pocket down here for things like a tablet. I've just got a Moleskine notebook down there right now. So plenty of separation and segmentation in this compartment. Aer and Ministry of Supply, and then the Cordura fabric for the outside. That 1200D nylon is Cordura. Now, one thing that this bag is lacking, which I want to show you by getting into the main compartment, is dedicated tech area like a lot of other Aer packs have. And normally they'll have a front pocket or like a little admin area to where you can segment and separate your tech gear. Not really the case here. We are left with a couple of organization options inside of the main compartment, but if you want to organize your tech, it's either going here in this top pocket, in the front here, or maybe in that side water bottle pocket if you wanted to stick a pouch in there, which, I mean, it's nice and simple organization, but it doesn't have the traditional organization panel that a lot of airbags offer. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go take a look at our review on like something like the Air Travel Pack 2. You'll see what I'm talking about with that additional segmentation. So now just got a hoodie in here, packing cube, and then my Carhartt sling that I've been testing. I'll be doing a review on this next week. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Wanted to show you what you can get on the inside here. So this is the structure for that quick access pocket, relatively thick. And let me just stick my hand in it to show you. I mean, if you start filling that thing up, it does take up some relatively big volume inside of the main compartment. So just know that if you pick this thing up. A bit of a divider here if you just want to put, I don't know, like dirty clothes back there, or maybe a swimsuit or something. And then same thing with this water bottle pocket. This opens right up. This kind of is reminding me of the Bellroy Transit series, whether it's the backpack or the work pack. They have this side water bottle compartment that comes in, although it's made out of mesh. I like that solution on the Bellroy a little bit better than I like the Air solution, or the solution that Air and Ministry of Supply had come up with here, but it's the same exact concept to where you have a nice clean flat outside, and then the roundness of your water bottle mostly comes into this main portion of the bag. So I'm just gonna zip that back up. And like I said earlier, the positioning of these zippers, the big beefy YKK number 10 racket coil zippers here, also, well, reverse coil, because you can see the zipper teeth on the inside. Let me try to give you a better view. Reverse coil, you can see the zipper teeth on the inside, and on the outside, it looks relatively clean. But this bag goes down to this bottom portion, so you can really like easily open this up and whack it around a bit. Now, this is where you could also put some tech accessories. This interior pocket down here has a little bit of extra volume, but it's not really a 3D pocket. Got my AirTag down there and Field Notes notebook. Just give you a look inside as to how that pocket looks. The dimensions too are just what you see is what you get here. So it's rounded down the whole area. Nice YKK zipper. Don't really have, just have this little piece of paracord. Don't have the standard Air zipper pull there, which is totally fine. But I like the way they handle their interior zippers. There's still a bit of grip without being super overkill, like we see on the exterior pull. I like this top section too, this mesh pocket. I love the mesh that Air has been using. Again, it kind of is similar and reminiscent to the Bellroy the Bellroy Transit series as well. It kind of uses similar mesh. So if I zip that open on the top, I've just got a buff and some gloves in there. And I suppose if you wanted to put your tech items in here, it totally works well for that too. There's plenty of space in here. So really great, you know, minimal bag, not a ton going on, but I think that's what it has going for it. Just a very simple pack. And if you have a couple of pouches or packing cubes on the inside here, it's gonna be, you know, enough organization for you when you pair it with other areas on the bag. So there you have it, the Air and Ministry of Supply collaboration, the Lunar Pack. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We will see you in the next video.